Hello everybody, Forest Month is here. Today we carry on with the folder tests. Today with the Zero Tolerance O200 folder. You know details if you've seen my in the room video about the folders. Just about today is around 30 degrees of Celsius with high level of humidity, so I'm sweaty. It's really nice weather, if I say. When I'm passing some bush, I already checking my legs and everything against or because of ticks. So it's nice summer, really hot summer. I'm probably all around the world. So that's how it's going here. There is a small creek over there, about I don't know, 200 meters down there, and I remember it used to be full of water even if in summer. Today it's just little water in it, and I'm not so happy, but that's how it's going here in middle of Europe. So I don't know how it's about you, but I mean about your countries, but you know the hot weather is really I think everywhere. So that's why we are more light and light. Before time I didn't use to have I mean shorts when I'm in forest, but in these times, I mean last few years, it's really hard to go in summer with long trousers because it's really hot and really hot and with the humidity. So that's we are a little bit changing, so I'm waiting kind of for fall. Okay, let's go into the knife. Just remind you, 4mm thick blade, 154 cm. They claim this knife as like a replacing of fixed blade. There is a liner lock. If you see the liner lock, and if you can compare it with the Commander folder, which I did the test last time, there is the liner lock, or just the liners around are, I don't know, maybe 1.5mm thick steel. So they really added something. You can feel it in your hand. Is quite heavy, as a folder is heavy. So I'm looking for that, how this one can stand some. I will not say abusing, because I will not abuse the knife really, but I will do some task as batoning and these things which shouldn't be done with a folder, as we know. Do you remember the liner lock last time on the Emerson Commander moved to the side, and it is like that up today? I didn't fix that, even I don't know how. Maybe I can make it more straight when I will unassemble the knife, but I'm not doing, because the knife is working. There's no problem. Even if I don't baton, nothing happens. It's like a normal position, the lock. So we'll see about this knife. So because as I said, I already prepared this oak. You see, it's longer, much longer than the knife, about 4 centimeters. So I think quite enough to baton through this seasoned oak. Very hard, nice wood, not a crap. So if you can baton and harvest, let's say harvest the dried wood in it, if there will be wet around you, maybe you need it. So we'll see. So just the thumb stud again this, you can see if we make a line here. So for the batoning we can start somewhere here. We can't move back because this thumb stud, so we can baton just piece of wood like this one. Let's do it. We'll see. Going right in the middle. Hear that? That's interesting. That's interesting. So the first fail, I would say, it shouldn't happen with a folder, tactical folder, but okay. I know how to avoid this. It's pushing me into the way of the thermostat. So now I'm out. I always feel, every time when I hit it, I feel how it locks. I mean, close, sorry. So I'm going to this way, which is not recommended. So we got two things. I can definitely, I would say easily, even the wood is twisted, as we can see. If I'm hitting here, which is normally not recommended, here I wouldn't do it normally. There is no problem with the lock. If I will do this one on the Emerson, I will destroy the lock. That's what I found. But here, we'll see. Let's check it out. Try to hit exactly. Let's twist it again, and there was a knot. So, can I baton it? I mean, because of blade, there's no problem with it. There's no problem, and the lock, the liner lock moved in, but just the hair. Definitely not like on the Emerson. It was definitely on the sides. But the problem is, we've seen, if I hit it from this side, which shouldn't be done, but the knife will close. It is nicely done, so there is no problem with it. It's working nicely. I'll try to. No, I can't close it by hand. No way. But I can do it with this way. So that's first. That's because I never did it with the knife. It's kind of fail for me, because the liner lock simply is out of the order I want to have. Yeah, I'm not so happy with it, to be honest. And if I will say again now, it should replace my fixed blade, definitely not. Definitely not. Okay, carry on. We got this one. Another hard test, which I do with folders. A baton. Okay, I'll try light chopping firstly. So what I can rest my fingers. Sorry about that, you can't see my head, but doesn't matter now, I hope. Yeah, there was no problem, because especially with the slightly recurved blade, the lock didn't move. It's same as it was before. This one was a large, I think so. Large is could be quite hard because of that, how we call it, you know, the yellow liquid in it. I don't know how we call it in English, but you know what I mean. It can be dried, and it makes the wood hard as a steel. That's really, I've seen on my own eyes, the SK5 high carbon steel was broken on that spruce like that. Seriously, I've seen it on my eyes. So it could destroy a really nice edge. Okay, so this one, okay, there wasn't a problem. Okay, I'll try, as I said, I'll try baton through this. This one was the original piece. Let's see. Yeah, this one moves, but okay, I can't fix it now. But let's carry on. really hard, the wood, so I would say it will be nice to do it in this way, so we'll see. So now we are on the position. As you can see, the lock is on the other side. When I released it, it stays a little bit in the middle of the position. It's not like before, but it works. It works. When I'm closing the knife now, I need to push the lock more on the side, so it's much less comfortable to close the knife. As you can see, it's really on side. Maybe I can straighten it again, but on the other hand, you know, that's interesting because the lock moved. Now I think it is really secured. Now you can't lock it, but this is not the correct position of the lock as they claimed. But on the other hand, I'd call abusing of the folder to do this what I did now, because this is really strong piece of wood. This is hardwood, as I said. This is not crappy wood. So if I will do this one with the folder, I must really trust the folder. That's firstly, and second, I really must need it to do. So, but on the other hand, it works, and as we know now, it's more secure than before. Okay, that was the hard task. Some kind of delimbing with the green stuff, as usually I do. There is the slight recurve blade, so it really helps. So another light chopping. Okay, let's do it in this way. Even there is the recurve. Really, this is beech wood, and it's really hard. But for the light delimbing is great. But another thing, we can see the chopping through the fresh beech wood about 1 centimeter thick. So it's nothing really. No, it's not hard job for the knife. If I want to go through this one. So easy, as you can see. Now the lock is on the same position like before. So even after for the light chopping plus this one, the lock is on the same position. Yeah. So now the lock will be more stronger. I mean, more safer. That's the better word. More safer, because now it couldn't lock itself. I'm not so happy with that, but we'll see. We'll see in time. Maybe I will do some update how the locks like hold itself. But generally, if this one happen and the knife is working, and they claim this one is kind of, you know, I wouldn't say as survival, but some kind of military, so a really hard to use knife, and this one happens and the knife is working like this one, well, okay, is it, you know, it is like half, so half failed but half survived, so it's still good knife. Okay, carry on with the some fresh wood, I would say. Fresh wood slicing. The secondary bevel of this knife was quite hard. Was steep, and I must really did some work on it. And same as I mentioned, my T3 tracker made of 154 cm, the original T3 tracker, no the anniversary version. The 154 cm is really, for me, is kind of hard to work with. It takes a time. Somehow I would say more than CPM 3V. Really. Okay. I feel a little bit play with the blade, but there is really big gap, as you can see, between the liners and blade, and there are some bearings. But maybe I will fix that only if I will tighten these screws. So this is just a little bit, no something really strong, but I feel it. Fresh stuff, quite nice and easy. To be honest, with the wide handle, it's nice and comfortable because this one sits in my palm. Now we got the wood, the oak we split. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. There's no problem. But as I said, with the original shape, I mean the secondary bevel, it could be problem. There is a knot, as you can see here, so it will be quite hard. So if I want to make the tip on it, I will do the light chopping with it, which shouldn't be a problem with any folder for me. If that will be a problem for a folder, I don't want that folder. Okay. Because this is kind of hard used, it should be hard used folder, so it is not really meant to be like you know, I must say the blade is thick and the secondary bevel was steep. Even I made convex on it, but as you can see, it slices good. But to work with a really big piece of wood, I won't do it. But anyway, you can see it's sliced now, pretty nice. Without my touch, not so good. Not bad, but not so good. This one is all right. Okay. Okay. Okay, what I want to do now. I hope you can see everything. Yeah. This one will be nice. So we shouldn't do this one that much, the prying with the folder. But it works. I mean, yes, that's what I want. There's a bit rain starts now. Okay, that's good. As I said, it shouldn't be prying with a folder. I will not do this one with any else my folder, because the thick tip is really, they said it's claimed to be like military, so I believe they are counting with the, so definitely one centimeter. You can see the mark on the blade how deep I went with the knife, and everything seems to be fine. Just the lock. If I can say something like on the folder, just a lock. If there is something like that, you know. So yeah. Still a bit play of that blade, but not really much as before. No change. Okay, let's start. Let's try to do. That's what I want to. Storm's coming. Nice. This is white piece of wood, as you can see, but or thick. If I want to do something like square trigger, this is close 2 centimeters thick wood, so more thicker and hardwood than I want to. About the how sharp are the corners? I don't have the fire rod here with me, but you can imagine if I can scrape the fire rod or not. Definitely yes, these corners are really sharp, so it's not a problem with that. And there was some kind of hardwood. Okay, I'm using this one because the green stuff was good for slicing. As I said, this is the large. Oh. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. So, I tell you, okay, I think I did everything I wanted to do with the knife. Of course, the lock move for me is kind of fail, but because the knife is working, and I would say working more safely than before, I'm not saying something really the knife failed. Interesting is if that will be from start immediately, then the knife will serve better and safer. But there is something what is really good on the knife, and what I do like on the knife, and this design, because you can see it only here, but to be honest I can't remember folders before this knife came, and that was this kind of wave which makes a guard. So even if let's say I'll be in a fight and somebody hits this one, the blade wouldn't lock on my fingers. It won't. So that's good, because simply it can damage my finger somehow, but definitely not that it will lock. Same as I did now the stabbing. There's no problem with it, even as I know, oh, the lock isn't working properly, because it can't lock I would say it can lock my finger, but it can't chop it or slice it, where it's simply the edge will not close, and that's very important. So even with the lock fail, in my eyes, the knife passed the test, if I say this one is test, quite nicely. Even that one was quite abusing. So moment, I'll try my Leatherman. I'll try to tidy it up a little bit. Yes, guys, it was loose. It was loose. There is no play now. There is no edge plate now, so that's important for me. It's tied now, as you can see, but I can lose it. Just what I wanted by this is just I want to see if everything will be nearly fine. Just the lock is now in the middle, so it moves about 1 millimeter to the middle of the blade. But after that, no problem. So how to describe the knife? It's a little bit tricky now to lock the knife, to be honest, because I tied it up with one hand. No, so I need to set it up properly. But point is, when I tied it up, there's no blade play. There's nothing. The knife feels stronger because the lock moved. So as I said, I'm calling this one a little bit fail, but just a little bit, because the knife itself after that serves in all the tasks, as you can see, and they're gonna spray pretty good. I mean, for the slices, I didn't use this knife quite a long time, and I didn't test it. It used to be once time my EDC also, but it's too heavy. It is too heavy, so I replaced it. for about half year or sometime somewhere there. But why I choose this knife, this and the time I bought it, there was not really big market for these heavy or hard used folders. So this one, and I've seen some tests for it which was kind of destroying tests. So, and the knife survived. So as you can see now, it proves itself. I wouldn't say, okay, I put it in this way. Emerson Commander, similar materials, G10, 154 cm, steel liners, blah blah blah, nearly double price. Oh, that's not true. About plus 70% of this was that was the price I bought for. Today it's cheaper. So this one is much more better. This one is much more sturdy. That one was, you know, the comfortable, the contouring here is nice for longer time using. That one was, you know, because it was thinner profile, I felt that these edges on my palms and fingers. So this is much comfortable for hard, longer time using as a knife, but still as a folder. That's important. So I wouldn't definitely say it will replace my fixed blade, but temporarily for some time, if I can't have something, some bigger knife or heavy knife, yeah, it can serve me. And definitely as a backup knife, I will recommend it. As a main knife, well, not really. So if I say out of 1 to 10, where 10 is the best, I'm somewhere 6.5, 7, maximum 7. For the money, not that bad, because we can buy much more expensive knives today, and I wouldn't say they will pass the test like this one. Don't know. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice time and see you in next time. Bye.